This tutorial is about how to use template tracking mode 2 for perspective corner pinning. For each corner there is a little box which you can click in the starting screen where it says Save Perspective Coordinate. Each corner coordinate is tracked separately. So we start with the upper left corner by checking the upper left box. To optimize tracking, in this case we use the follow mode, detect object size and invariable template, as the areas which are tracked do not change their shape during the video. Now choose a base clip for the corner tracking. Here it is a clip of a simple window. Next, the upper left corner of the window is marked by selecting the area around it that will be tracked. As we are in follow mode, we have to adjust the position X, position Y, area limit X and area limit Y sliders to define an area within which the smaller corner area may have panned to the side in the next frame. When you have chosen a reasonably large area, simply click a key and tracking begins. As soon as tracking has finished, by the way you can abort it at any point by another keystroke, Centertracker has created a coordinate file called pers1.bin in the directory of your base clip. Do not remove this file unless you want to start a new attempt to track the corner. You can ignore the AWS file in this case, as it is not what we want here. So now we proceed to the next corner, the upper right one. The procedure is the same as for the first corner, that is, check all the boxes required to do the tracking, choose the base clip again and define the corner and surrounding areas. This time the selected corner area is a bit smaller, and so we increase the number of tracking points of the chosen area by reducing the value of the pixels per dot slider by 1, and also the pixels per grid dot slider is adjusted to a lower value, which increases the number of checkpoints in the follow area. When finished, the file pers2.bin has been created. As you may have guessed, the last two corners will be tracked in the same way. So we do tracking for the lower left corner and finally for the lower right. As the area of corner 4 is even smaller, the adjustment to value number 3, both of the pixels per dot and pixels per grid dot slider, may be of use to improve tracking. Now all of the 4 corners have been tracked and we can start with the actual corner pinning. For this purpose, check the filters box and the process to videos box. As we will use an overlay clip that has a background color, which is black, that we want to be removed, we also check the pick translucent color box. Meanwhile, I have edited the audio of the bass clip with Audacity and renamed it to Grey Heavy. So this is the file we choose. An alien is chosen as the overlay clip. To make this overlay clip visible, adjust the dissolve slider as indicated here and click on the Switch Color Pick Video button. Now you can pick the translution color with Ctrl plus right mouse button. You see what happens? So adjust the range sliders to make the remaining black color relics disappear. The fact that the black eyes disappear as well doesn't matter, as in this case the room behind the window was dark itself. At this point it becomes necessary to tell Centertracker that we wanted to do corner pinning. We do so by marking 4 corners with the Alt key left mouse button combination. To get a first impression of what the overlaid alien will look like, the corners should be marked at the respective corners of the window. So we put the dissolve slider back to a much lower value, so that we can see where we have to mark the points. Finally, we can do some fine-tuning of the dissolve slider according to our needs. As the window will disappear near the end of the video, corner pinning will not make much sense there, so we simply cut that part of the video. If you also want to set the start and stop positions for the corner pinning, which we don't do here, you can do so in the frames window. Note that if you choose a start position, you also need to start the 4 tracking procedures at that position. This is done by checking the little box Start at Chosen Frame below the text Tracking Mode in the starting screen. The starting position there and the start position for corner pinning have to be identical. But again, we don't do this in our example. Instead, simply click a key to choose compression, a file name of our result video and start rendering. Here's what the result looks like. Enjoy!